wish to welcome all of you to the session so warmly, so kindly, and so compassionately. You know why we are here today. Who are we? What we need to discuss and share. So that saving your time, I keep silent on who am I, why I am here. Because most of our participants here are parents having children with autism. So they are well aware about autism. So that I am here to share ideas how meditation helps such children with autism. I hope you understand. At the same time, you can also leave any questions, any message in the chat box, even at any organized group session in future. You can ask me any questions. Ask me any questions even while the presentation is going on in future. And also, I like to thank Autism Connect from India for organizing this event for the good of everybody. Before I talk about meditation techniques in Buddhist practices for children with autism, I think it's very important to know briefly about meditation techniques in Buddhist practices we do. If I brief about them, first of all, let us brief about loving kindness and compassion. That means extending compassion to every living creature, including human and any living creature, and realizing life is dear to all. Everybody likes life. Everybody loves the life. Comparing myself with others. Honestly, I must keep away from hurting or killing or cause to kill others. And the next one I like to brief is about calm abiding. We call it samatha meditation. This thing we have to discuss briefly. It's very important. That is maintaining inner stillness to prepare for deep meditation, preferably insight meditation. We call it vipassana meditation. At the same time, we have to brief about meditation and impurities. That will definitely help us to realize the nature of our body and in pain, unpleasantness, and also helping us to pain tolerance, to tolerate the pains. And next one, I'll brief about mindfulness. Mindfulness, it will maintain awareness of the present moment, not to be in the past, not to be in the future. We can plan many things, but we live at present moment. The reason why we can discuss later at another session, I guess, because of the limitation of time. And the next one is meditation on equanimity. That is to stay in the middle way against worldly condition. And then letting our mind be unshaken, just like a rock not shaken by the wind. Worldly conditions, I have to explain you later, that will affect each one of us. We have to face. And then vipassana meditation, we call insight meditation. Means realizing there is no self within us. There is no self to exit within us. And realizing no one to suffer, no one to be happy, no one to be sorrowful, and realizing impermanence. That means change in nature, suffering, dukkha. And the next one I like to brief is probably you are aware about this walking meditation. Maintaining awareness of moment of bodily action while you're working, and leading for deeper stages. So matters I discuss, these are for permanent relief, making a way to Nibbana. Nibbana means, it's another topic I have to discuss later, means, roughly if I say in brief, cessation of endless suffering in life, that arises due to craving, due to attachment. So, as a pre-preparation to those meditation techniques, we will conduct sound meditation for children with autism, or youth, or anybody, including senior citizen, sick persons, in whatever the age. We aim to increase the concentration, maintaining awareness at present moment, leaving attachment and aversion, even distraction, like if I say briefly, collision with the outside world. So these meditation techniques will help us to practice toleration. We can tolerate in pain threshold, depression, worry, stress, even sleep improvements, isolation, loneliness, phobias, kind of fear. Mind-made stress-related blood sugar and hypertension issues. I think these are very important, not only for children with autism, especially at all age. So in Buddhist practices, we think mind is understood. Mind is the forerunner. All actions are mind-made. Control mind bring happiness. Uncontrolled mind lead to suffering, stress, misery. At the same time, if I say unsatisfactory nature of things, very difficult to fleece the mind, in short, if I say. So in every action of a child, now we'll get back to the topic now, in every action of a child with autism, it's very important to train them in mindfulness in stages, gradually, without pressure. Finally, letting them to do independently with interest, not by force, is very important with interest. And also we have to use very simple, easy, interesting techniques. That means while they are talking, eating, playing, as children they play, bathing, sitting, reading, and also I would say counting back from 100, washing, brushing teeth, combing hair, laughing, learning, all sort of things. Not only that, walking, sleeping, and even counter work with others, negotiating, dealing with others in mindfulness. These are very important. Now we'll discuss about sound meditation. Now, conducting sound meditation, in fact, it will allow us, not only allow everybody notice rising and falling of sound. This is the practice. What we expect is, during sound meditation, we expect them to notice rising and falling of sounds. And finally, allowing them to maintain the awareness to that present moment. And secondly, maintain inner stillness, even leaving sound for them to hear. That means when they practice deeper and deeper, they don't hear the sounds. So they will maintain inner stillness, and that will prepare for deeper practices and when you practice frequently. And this will automatically, with interest, regulate their action of the mind and rhythm. And all these practices involve focusing attention on one's breathing, body sensation, thoughts, all that. That means even emotions and surroundings. You know, they aim to increase the awareness of the present moment. At the same time, I think probably you know this, decrease anxiety, depression in people who struggle with these autism conditions. So participants with autism for such meditation programs to pay more attention to their own inner experience, and also less attention to external stimulation. I was talking about aversion. And then participants with autism learn how to observe their emotions without reacting to them. That's very important. They also practice about observing their thoughts and feelings while engaging in daily activities. You can remember I was explaining about the daily activities. And also, stress negatively affect brain development people with autism. So mindfulness meditation definitely reduce the stress by helping people to develop coping strategy to deal with very stressful situation. So mindfulness meditation help people cope with stress by increasing also positive emotions and decreasing negative ones. These are very important. And especially mindfulness practice increase empathy. You know, people with ASD, that means with autism, they often lack empathy. You as parents, if you are a parent with the autism child, you are probably well aware about it. They often lack empathy. It makes difficult for them to relate to other people. So meditation increases empathy by teaching people to identify their feelings. It also boosts focus and concentration. You know, I think I'm not fast in talking to you. Help individual gain see or feel on their repetitive behaviors, especially children with autism. Example I'll tell you, for instance, such as, rocking back and forth, spinning around. You might have noticed this behavior, or clapping one's hand. They are really common symptoms in people with autism. So that these behaviors to cause by sensory issues, communication problem, and also a desire to calm oneself. Meditation helps people to regulate their emotion. Regulate means to control their emotion and learn to express themselves through appropriate means, their own feelings and those of others. So they can see, that means they can see things from a different point of view. At the same time, I want to tell you another very special, very important thing. Whereas children with autism is concerned, we can make it a routine with children with autism. To routine, so introducing meditation. Example, I will tell you at bedtime, morning routine. That will definitely help. We can easily train, but should not be pressed within place we have to do. It's really a kind of a psychological process where the meditation is concerned. Also visualization as a technique, and also guided imagery. That is also we can use one of the meditation techniques. It involves listening to music, watching videos, reading stories, all that guide children to manage. Imagine relaxing scenes. But in this case, we have to select these materials or whatever very carefully. I hope you as parents will understand this. What is suitable and what is not suitable. Anything harmful, anything that can lead to aggression, definitely we have to avoid it. Other thing is, if you want your child to visualize himself, example, floating in space, visualize to meditate, play him some peace music and tell him to close his eyes slowly and listen carefully. He will feel calmer when he opens his eyes again. Also, you can give your child trying to practice and don't expect immediate results. We have to do very sensibly, very slowly. I know as parents, pain, but we have to do it very slowly, very sensibly. For most of the children, for 5 to 10 minutes of daily practice, that will make a big difference. If your child is not ready to do it every day, set about 10 minutes once a week, twice a week. I think we can, in future session, we can see how we can practice. And also I have to tell you, student with autism, they have the opportunity to explore widening and narrowing their focus and attention to various internal and external experiences. So mindfulness is very helpful to develop this skill, said because to get a better self-regulation, that means self-control. He or she, it means the son, they need to understand the connection between his emotion and his action. It's very important. We have come to a speed in realizing how effective meditation is, how important it is to be aware of what we are experiencing. So be aware of the thoughts, feelings, and emotion we have. Then create a little space. Then create a little space in between, if I say, our experience and our reactions to it. Because for many kids on the spectrum, gaining control of the relationship between their mind and the body is a major challenge. I hope everybody agree. Because you will know, you as parents, you will know better than you have better experience. I'm also father of 2 children. So the other thing is practicing mindfulness that will allow kids to feel more in control of their body, which then lead to better sensory regulation and a decrease in social anxiety. And also remember when the children are turned off by the word meditation. So we do things in a way that make it fun, like walking meditation, visualizing, or sound meditation. In all these things, what is more important? Action and guidance. So that way, you can manage the aggression and strong emotion. Also, this way meditation, I think that will definitely help with symptoms like anxiety, hyperactivity or disorder. I could mention it. Hyperactiveness, depression, difficult sleeping. Difficult sleeping, not only for the children with autism, is a serious matter for everybody today. I also had a sometimes private experience. I know the pain about it, uncomfortable. So difficult sleeping, focus, and repetitive thoughts, and also self-regulation. We can practice, if I say, throughout the day at what we do, providing mental breaks from worries while helping children with autism to appreciate being in the present moment. We must appreciate their being in the present moment and their work related to meditation. We always must appreciate, must encourage. We let them know how long the exercise will be, and they can keep their eyes open or closed. We must tell them it's not about trying to achieve anything. It's not a race. It's not a competition. That impression we have to give. We don't want to stress them. It's not a race. It's not a competition. There are no targets. We must tell them it's not about trying to achieve anything, so they don't feel pressed. We hope what comes from it is relaxation first, and ultimately awareness. So this way, in future session, we like to conduct sound meditation very practically, mindful session freely, as a charitable works for children with autism, everything free of charge. So we have to contribute something to the whole world. Or even for senior citizens at homes, care home, palliative care, at terminally vulnerable youth, or any person, any disadvantages with person with any disability, we are there to conduct. We have a team. We are there to conduct sound meditation as a relief. So also I want to tell you, you can form groups. You can find my WhatsApp number in my WhatsApp Facebook. Set a time. Once you find the WhatsApp number in my Facebook, you can do it. That is how it is. So thank you very much for listening to me. If you have got something, it's my pleasure. And also I especially thank Autism Connect India for the team and their efforts, coordinating and the time and everything they spend from Mumbai to organize this event for the good of all of us. And I wish you everybody happy life in good health. You everybody means every one of us, every living creature, free from suffering, be away from fear, live in fear. And my wishes, all your wishes will come true. Namaste. You can ask me any questions. At the same time, you can leave it in the chat box. Thank you. If any of our participants have any questions, they can leave here. I guess we have a limited time. You can leave any questions, anything to know. In fact, in future sessions, face to face, we can exchange ideas, do more for the good of everybody. Thank you. Yeah, I still wait. If you have any questions, please ask me. And I especially like to ask all of you again and again. You can organize groups, children with autism, even adults with autism. At the same time, our senior citizens in groups who like to participate in sound meditation. We will transmit all that as charitable works. We are connected to a cluster of monasteries, Buddhist monasteries, Sri Lanka. At the same time, we have a group about 61 members from different countries, different nations. So that is that. So once Autism Connect organize minimum session, we everybody will like to participate for the good of everybody. Yeah, there's a questions asking how can we do the sound meditation at home. In fact, we can do the sound meditation at home. First of all, we need the guidance. How to be in the posture, and the guidance, how to sit. Or if you can't sit, you can be even in any comfortable position that you can be. Idea behind that is to concentrate on what we are going to do at the present moment, concentrating at the present moment. And I can send a link if you have any, if you are going to do any sound meditation at home. I can send you sound meditation practices, that means related to sounds, and we'll send you the guidelines you can do at home. At the same time, we have to remember what we expect from the sound meditation. It is in fact as a pre-practice, preparations to deeper meditation. That is trying to concentrate at this present moment, at the same time to maintain the inner stillness in the mind. Now, example, if I say about the sound meditation, we notice, now when you play sound meditation part, then you will notice rising and falling of the sound. For example, I'm telling you, you will notice the rising and falling of the sounds. When you notice, that means if you step by step, move from moment to moment, when you maintain your awareness to rising and falling of the sound, that means you are concentrating at that moment, leaving all the attachment to external world and also aversion, distraction with the outside world. That is the most important thing, preparing for other deep meditation. Then another question, what is the right time to meditate? To be honest, there is no right time to meditate. But if you are, it's better you can practice very nicely if the environment is quite still. Now, supposing I'll tell you for an example. When you are driving a vehicle, you will get stuck to a traffic jam, right? You will get stuck to a traffic jam. Then you will have aversion ideas, angry feelings towards the other traffickers, vehicles, and so on. That time, you have to practice meditation on impermanence, because you won't be in the traffic all the time. And also you have to practice meditation on loving kindness and compassion towards the other people who are around your vehicle. Everything is impermanent. So in such a busy environment also you can practice meditation. But when you want to practice deeper meditation, example like insight meditation, vipassana meditation, is very important for you to have a still environment, calm and quiet environment for you to concentrate. There is another question. This is helpful for children. Will it make them calm? Yeah, we have to practice. Today I have given only the guidelines. Practically, we have to do practically. There is a guideline. Now, example I have seen: writing, listening, walking, playing. At every moment, we have to maintain the awareness of what we do. So for the children, that is the practice one. It's called mindfulness practice. So we can train for the children. Now, example, when the child is brushing the teeth, he must know that he is brushing the teeth. That means he is concentrating on that moment. Now, his mind doesn't want to run here and there. I hope you have found the answer. Any other questions, please? So I want to tell you, even in a busy, noisy environment also, there are certain meditation techniques we can practice. Very important. You can see the whole world through the practice of meditation. But there are certain practices of meditation like vipassana or insight meditation to understand no self, impermanence, and suffering. We need to have a quiet environment, still environment. That's why we call this, perhaps you may be knowing about it, samatha meditation, called calm abiding meditation. That meditation is a meditation that clear the ground, make the ground leading for vipassana meditation, sound insight meditation. Some people call vidarsana meditation. Any other questions, please? Thank you so much. All the questions are answered. And you can write even in the future if anything not clear. We are there to elaborate for the good of everybody. So now it's less key to Autism Connect to close transmission. Even at the last moment, if you have any questions, you can ask. There's no problem. Yeah. So thank you so much, Inme. Wish you a happier, wish you a very good day. Wish you very good life in health. You will be all right. Be away from fear. You are